What is the appropriate negative camber front and rear for a dual duty car, daily driver and track work? Have coilovers, uprated subframe bushes, monoball front bushes, semi-slicks, 8008R and RS4s, lightweight raised wheels, adjustable toe arms for rears, etc. You've given me some great information there, Zham. I don't actually know what sort of car you're using, so without knowing the exact car you're actually using, it's really hard for me to give you maybe as good advice as I would like. Let me give you a couple of examples. I mean, let's say you've got something like a front engine rear-wheel drive. You said you're daily driving it. The problem if you're daily driving it, you can't go as aggressive on your wheel alignment settings as you might otherwise want to. The problem is you'll just end up eating the inside of your tyres out. You'll end up, the car will be unpleasant to drive, it'll be flighty. So there is a bit of a compromise there between something that's daily driven and something that's a full-on track machine. You know, you're meeting in the middle in there. So ultimately, you're going to some ways going to have the worst of both worlds if you're going to want to try and cover both of those things with one car. But this is the situation we often have. So let's say you've got front engine rear wheel drive, conventional Japanese sports car. You might look at something like maybe in the 1.5 to 2 degrees negative camber on the front axle, and that sort of 1 to 1.5 degrees of static negative camber on the rear axle. You might have maybe zero toe or maybe up to 2 millimeters toe out total on the front axle, and something similar in the back is usually like 1 millimeter toe in, 1 to 2 millimeters total toe in across the rear axle. Those are sort of good starting points for camber and toe for the average front engine rear wheel drive car. If you're using something front wheel drive, maybe it's a little bit different. You might have to stand the front wheels up a little bit more not to hurt your traction as much. It depends a lot as well on the amount of camber gain, depending on the type of suspension you've got, whether it's multi-link, double A-arm, McPherson strut, which straight away has less camber recovery, which means you tend to need to run more static negative camber in the first place. All that stuff is covered in a lot of detail in the course, so that's really the best place to find all the information about how to set up your car depending on the type of suspension you've got in the first place. That question was taken from one of our free live lessons. If you like free stuff and you want to expand your knowledge, click the link in the description to claim your free spot to our next live lesson. You'll learn about optimizing the performance and handling of your car on the racetrack, as well as improving your skills behind the wheel. Plus, you'll have the chance to ask your own questions, which we'll be answering live.